Hey, business accelerators, how is everybody doing out there? Happy, gosh, January
We hope it's
26th,
July. Is the beach ready?
right? The month is almost over. The first month of 2021 is coming to an end. We hope that you are doing well and that you're sticking to your strategy that you created at the end of 2020 as you rolled into this year, and that you're building some momentum because hey, we still have 2 more months left in the first quarter, so let's finish strong. So today, we're going to finish up our four-part series, digging deep into really what is an OBM or an online business manager and what do they do. So the first week of the month, we talked about the fact that an OBM is responsible for the overall management of the operations for the business, right? You're the liaison between the owner or the CEO and the team of people that you employ to get your product or service to market. The 2 weeks, the week after that, then we talked about what the responsibilities were for an OBM for people management or team management. And that's really managing every aspect of understanding who's available when and coordinating tasks and responsibilities between the various assignments and contractors to ensure that everyone is productive and that one person isn't holding up a project when other people are getting their job done. Last week, we talked about project management, right? And that was really the more challenging of all of them because that's not a one and done thing. A project tends to typically be a much longer period of time. It's a building process. So in order for you to get to the completion, you really have to have a good organized workflow or a good organized timeline and a system involved so that really once you're done with step A, then you go to step B. When you're done with step B, you go to step C. You really can't just go from A straight to Z because you got to have the stuff in the middle in order to get that done. So today, we're going to talk about metrics management. Now, at the end of the day, all businesses and all people in the business are in a position where we are required to deliver results, right? That's the end game. You want to sell more of your product or service. You want to sell better product and service. You want to do so in the most efficient manner possible. And so as the OBM, part of your responsibilities is ensuring that all of the day-to-day tasks and to-do list are actually doing something to help you deliver results. So you're not always going to do the right things. You're going to come up with a strategy between yourself and your owner. You're going to delegate those tasks and responsibility and assign them to various teams based on their skill set. You're going to manage the projects all the way through. You're going to supervise the overall operations. But at the end of the day, if any of those things don't work, you have to be able to identify it and say, that's not working. Let's do something different. Or you can identify, hey, this particular task worked incredibly well. How can we build on that? How can we expand what we're doing here to increase our reach to further, again, deliver better results? So you as the OBM, you've got to be in a position to run the analytics, evaluate what's working, run reports, create reports. What does your outreach look like? What is something that you did do to the bottom line? How did it impact selling? Because if you're just doing work for the sake of doing work, well, then why do it? Why spend the money? Why hire a contractor to do something if it's not contributing to the overall goal of delivering a result of some kind? And so that's really, again, all four components are incredibly important. But at the end of the day, the metrics are the lagging indicator. This is what's already happened. And so while you can't just focus on the results, you can use the results to guide you into what your next action can be. Because as Einstein once said, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. Don't be insane. It's crazy.
So this week too, in order to help you with the metrics analysis, we have 2 free downloads for you. One, the Trello board that we've talked about in the past for managing your team, which you can buy for $97 from our website, thetruenorthconsulting.com, under free resources. I feel like we should have just made our website be The True North. It would have been a lot easier, but there's like too many things called The True North. And then the second one is just a guide on what an OBM can do for your business, how to hire an OBM, and other helpful information about that. So if you haven't seen those free resources, jump on the website and grab those.
Yeah, there's a lot of the free resources. Obviously, the Trello board is $97, but it's an amazing tool for you to help manage a team, from when they're available to a place to manage the metrics, how to communicate from the top down to the bottom and the bottom back up to the top. Everyone knows who's working on what timelines are, deadlines are. So it's the quickest and easiest way to communicate with a team in an organized, efficient, clean manner without just the back and forth texts and emails and phone calls. And let me check in with them and I'll get back to you. But rather, you can communicate everything you need to in one singular place. And it'll help move tasks and projects forward. People can comment, add their opinion. And again, as we've talked about, especially in this virtual space where different people choose to do their work based on whatever their skill set is at different times of the day, different days of the week. Some people like to just work on Saturdays and Sundays because they're tied up doing other things with, virtual school or various things during the week. Some people, gosh, they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and work for 3 hours, and then they're with their kids for 5 or 6 hours doing virtual school, and they play with them after virtual school, and then you got dinner, and then they go to bed, and they go back to work after 8 o'clock. So understanding these things, that can all be communicated inside Trello. There's a board in there, or a card, I should say, where you can put your preferences, right? There's a spot in there where each person on the team puts a quick bio about them. Here's where I am. Here's my time zone. So that's important. So if you do need a question and you're on the East Coast at 6 o'clock in the morning and you want a quick answer, someone on the West Coast is probably still sleeping because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So just understanding where your team lives, where they work, when they work, so that you can better know when to communicate and how to communicate. There's a spot for your preferred communication method, whether that's using an online thing like Slack. Do you prefer to just communicate inside the Trello board itself? Do you prefer text message or email? Do you prefer the phone? Again, all of these are
what the heck's
these
that?
are all viable options. But at the end of the day, you get to put that information in there so that everyone on the team, when you need something from a particular department, if you will, you can very quickly access the information. Here's how you communicate with them. Here's what they're responsible for. And again, assigning tasks and responsibilities. This is a great tool just to organize a team. So if you'd like to check it out, again, it's on our website, thetruenorthconsulting.com, along with some other cool freebies from analysis and automation tips. Also, the most recent one is the OBM, OBM hiring guide that Hillary just talked about. And while you're on the website, we've got a blog that goes out, I think, just about every week. In fact, there's a new one out just yesterday that really ties into this segment of metrics management. Jump in, check it out, for those of you who like to read instead of watch us on video. So for anything else, we do have a Facebook group. If you're not already a member, we'd love to see you there. Accelerate your business with the True North Consulting. If you have any friends or people that you know that might benefit from our services, certainly guide them into the Facebook group or put them into contact with us through Facebook, or they can even contact us on our website. We'd love the referral.
But otherwise, that's it for January.
We'll see you at the beginning of next month with our next series, which we haven't fully decided what it is yet. So tune in next Tuesday and we'll be here.